back, y'all. I'm Diamond B. Frazier for all the new subscribers, and welcome to the family that decided to come back and watch your girl. I'm not going to hold you up, not going to do too much of a chit chat. I'm going to jump right into it. I quit my job. Boom. I'm not a quitter. I like to see things through. I have certain goals. The minimum I will stay at a job is for 3 years. So I don't have much of a time gap. I work through it. I work through obstacles. I try to take what I learn as much, build some sort of experience and move on. Boom. I've already worked retail before. I've had 6 years of experience. I've went 3 years, I believe, without retail, and I just was like done with it. But y'all know why I came back. If you watch previous videos, if not, quick recap. I went to the job because I really wanted to lose weight. I was trying to figure out, when I had gained so much weight when I was younger, what did I do to lose this weight? And I ended up working a retail job because sometimes it's hard to just get yourself to work out all the time. Sometimes you don't work out enough. Sometimes you don't work out the right body parts. But when you're working out and not even realize it, i.e. working a job, hanging up stuff, putting stuff away, it's easier to drop the pounds than it feeling like such a task. And so it was $12 an hour, which I was okay with it because I wasn't using the second job for additional income. But it was cool in retrospect to get paid to lose weight. So yeah, $12 an hour. I'm walking around for an hour. Boom, you just made $12 because in real life, who gets paid to just walk around? I mean, yes, they have little apps. You got to, put money in a pot and all. I ain't going to get into that. Do your own little research. But just in general, nobody's paying you $12 to walk around and lose weight. So I started at 190. I dropped down to 175, and I was consistent 175, 177, 176, just kind of like staying there teeter-tottering. And my goal before I left this job was to weigh 150 pounds. Now, the big question today is, Diamond, well, how much do you weigh? Dun, dun, dun. I weigh 170.4 pounds. And so I went and I did a track because y'all know I track my weight every single day to see what it is. But what I realized is I didn't know what I had to be that day in order to reach my goal. So then I said, okay, cool, rework the plan. If you know specifically, because when you make goals, it got to be very, very specific. If you know specific where you were aiming towards, then you can know if you're on track or not. So I put down that I wanted to be 150 pounds this month. And I wrote down what I had to weigh every day to be that weight, starting from September 15th, I believe. So I had to lose 1.6 pounds per day, which is a lot, but you have to do a caloric deficit, make sure you're working out, that type of thing. So I am 170.4, and I should today weigh 169.9. Yesterday, at the beginning of the day, I was 170.0, so I should have been 169.9 today, but I did eat a little bit heavier and a little bit bad. But to know that all I did was gain 0.4 of a pound, and I'm not at my goal. Like, I should weigh 169.9. I'm still there. So boom, I'm happy. But anyway, I felt like, you know what, Diamond, when you leave this job, you have to make sure that you're incorporating things in your life where you're still being active, still going around. I realized that I could eat what I want, but it's just portion, and then I can't just eat and lay down, and that's exactly what I was doing. So I made sure to be more active. When I physically go into work, I walk around the whole campus. I probably can get around 2 times, maybe 3 if I'm speed walking on my 45-minute break. But really, that has been what's helping me drop the weight. And like walking, talking on the phone, like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm not realizing it. So it's reminded me of working at my job. So I said, boom, okay, I got that in place. But I said, well, what happens when on the weeks that you don't physically go into work and you are working from home? So on my 45-minute break, I'm still going to get up, walk around the lake, walk around the neighborhood, or, like the area, whatever. I'll just plan to do that. So I'm finding ways to get into it. So let's start from the beginning. And plus, it's so many horror stories with this job. I don't know if I already said that because my memory. But yeah, so it's going to be a lot of different videos. I have so many stories I wrote down. I'm big into journaling. So I be tracking my stuff. And I think it's really cool to journal because you get to look back and see where you were at in life, what was going on. If you ever want to be a writer, write a book, or just develop your personal story, journaling is the best thing to do because you can piece everything together. So, boom. When I first got to the job, I asked for $15 because I felt like $15 for a retail job is not bad at all. It's not livable wage, but it makes sense for the type of job that it is. I was told, no, I can only do 12. But it wasn't like a no, I can only do 12. It was, I can't. I said, okay, I'll bump down. I'll go to 13. The only way you can do 13 is if you're at the security all day, and that's a standstill job, and that's not what I wanted to do. I've already explained to her that when I go there, I don't mind working on the register sometimes if you like need me, but my preference is to be on the floor because I want to be active. I want to be moving around. Like, that was our mutual benefit. I come here to do a job for you, but I need to work in the department that's I see fit for me for my goals, because I was taking your measly $12. So I could have left it on the table, but I decided to take it because I knew my goal was not money. So I worked there. Working there, the customers, from my personal experience, my personal interaction with them, I can't say with other people because I got some crazy stories for that, but they were so super nice, so sweet. I love talking to them. Human interaction is so dope, and being home all the time and like being on Instagram all the time, I'm like, it's just such a different vibe. Like, you see like a lot of marriages, a lot of boyfriend and girlfriend, a lot of couples, a lot of happy, like, it's so different. And I think that being in that setting and being around people constantly and not just in an office, like random people, and talking to them, it does something to me. I love it. But anyway, the issue was really with the coworkers. So I would come in, hey everybody, I'm a very personable, friendly person, and I was taught, if somebody's like close proximity, you lock eyes with somebody, you speak. You say hello. You don't got to hold a conversation with me because I don't like small talk. So we don't got to talk, but I'll just, hey. And so I've said, hey, everybody, we got to wear masks. So everybody like, and I'm like, in my head, trying to get the benefit of the doubt. Maybe because they have a mask on, like, it's hard to like talk, and it's like too much. You're in the middle of hanging, and then you got to go, hey, type thing. I don't know. But I said, okay, maybe it's just the day. They don't know me. I'm new. I did have my name tag, but I'm new. So, and it's busy. Maybe they're stressed out. I don't know. But it happened every single day where people wouldn't speak to me. They wouldn't say anything. So I said, you know what? Instead of me always volunteering to speak, because maybe they don't want to be talked to, I'm just not going to say anything at all. So I stopped saying stuff. I just come into the job, look at the clipboard, see what my function is today, hopes that it's the floor, which we'll get into that. And then the only time people would talk to me if it's like, they feel like I'm doing something wrong, or they gotta coach me, or they're teaching me, and I'll get into that as well. It's just too much to get into. Like, I'm so, anyway. So I'm like, okay, so y'all don't speak here. The customers are nice, and I worked the floor 2 times. Now, granted, from the beginning, I told you the exchange between me and the lady, I'll take the measly $12. I just asked that you put me on the floor because I need to move around. So she found out that I didn't get physically trained. And that's another thing with this job. I just watched a video, flip book or whatever, literally got on the register right away, and I picked up where I left off. It's like muscle memory. I just did the job, and it was like, customers loved me. I was fast, I was efficient. And so that caught the manager's eye, and she decided, you know what, we're going to keep you on the register. And every single day my shift became being on the register. Now, granted, I still was losing weight because I still am, bagging and stuff, putting it in, doing all that. But I'm not walking around like I wanted to. So I was like, okay, you know what? They're short staffed. It's okay. Boom. My first check, I worked 13 hours. I got $100. And I'm like, okay. The second check, I had to work 60 hours. So it's every 2 weeks. I didn't realize, but I worked 60 hours and got $600. So I'm like, it's literally $12, but you take out the tax. So it's really $10 every hour is what it is. So I kind of knew what I was going to make depending on the amount of hours that I worked. So my schedule would typically be 6 to 11:30, but I didn't always stay till 11:30, but I had to take a lunch because anything after 5 hours, you got to take a 30-minute break. So I wasn't, like I said, luckily I wasn't super into the pay because that really would have bothered me as well because I wasn't always staying till 11:30. Would be 11:04, 11:07, 11:15, 11:20. So I wasn't getting that full time. So about why I quit. The managers did not speak. And I'm a firm believer is if you want something from somebody, you speak first. You say hello, and then you can get to what it is that you want. But when I walked in the job, it would be like diamond number 6. Okay, so at this point, this is a sweatshop. Because the treatment is horrible. Y'all don't speak, and the managers, you're really just disrespectful. So I told myself, I said, I just wasn't bothered. Like I said, was not attached to the job at all. Like, I don't need it. I'm okay. Like, nothing bothered me. And I started to realize, like, it's really the principle of it. And because I'm so like, yes, no problem. Okay. All right. Whatever. Don't mind. People felt like they could just speak to me any type of way or not speak to me at all or make demands or put their little busy work on me because, oh, Diamond's just going to say, okay, Diamond had no problem. She does a great job, blah, blah. And so, what you don't want to happen is to get taken advantage of. My issue is I didn't get what I wanted. I wanted $15. You gave me 12. I asked to be on the floor. You put me on the register. Now, anywhere you go, any type of relationship, whether it's a job, a friendship, husband, wife, or whatever, you have to make sure that you get what it is that you deserve and that what you work hard for. I know I'm an asset. I make an impression wherever I go because I was always raised and taught that you give 110%, I'm going to give my all. And so that's what I did. So I know I left the impact. So it was two supervisors that were working at the front, and then it was me. So it was two supervisors behind this big desk that was doing cashiers, and that was doing a cash register. And then it was me on a cash register, like outside of the big desk. And I started to notice that when people in the line had like big major carts full of stuff that they didn't feel like scanning, they would go have to hang up a shirt or go walk away or act like they don't see whatever. And I'm still in the middle of a customer. If they see that I'm about to be done, they'll just go do something else. So I have to take the big cart. At the end of the day, I'm here to work. I don't care about how big your cart is, how small your cart is. Like, let's just get this stuff done and get you out the store. But I started to pay attention. I'm like, okay, cool. So now y'all being funny and both of y'all together are putting stuff on me. All right, cool. So it was like stuff that had to go be put back. My thing is at this particular store, in this company, the managers are responsible for recovering the floor. They take different sections and they clean. Unlike other places where I see they just delegate, like they just point and click, like you do this, you do this, you do this. Managers actually have a hand in making sure the floor is clean as well. And the cashiers up front do have to put back to go back to stuff like that. But supervisors are capable of doing as well, especially when it's two of y'all back here and just me. But they both didn't want to do the job. One of them claimed she didn't know where stuff go, but you're a supervisor. And the other one is like, a little bit older, probably like in her 50s, which is not old by any means, but she's just older than me. And she didn't want to do it. So it'd be like, oh, Diamond, go take this back. Okay, cool. I went and took it back because I said, good. I'm off the register. I get to move around, go, all parts of the store and put the stuff back. Come back and finish it. Oh, we have another one for you to do. Again, I don't mind, but it's just the principle of it. It's like, it's not for one person to do. Y'all just don't want to do it. So you're passing your work off on me. Mind you, both of these wenches didn't speak to me. When I came in, it was, oh, you have to go on this register and point and click and tell me what to do. And they're not personable at all. Everybody clicks up and I don't have time for that. So I go put the second one back or whatever. I come back as a customer and like, oh, can you get that customer? At this point, like I said, you run a sweatshop. What have y'all done? What have you done at this point? I'd have put back two racks. I didn't took the customers, the stuff, people with the big stuff. It's like you're using me at this point. And again, it's not a mutual benefit. So as I'm finishing up with the customer goes and I'm, hanging up their stuff that's going back. The two girls are sitting behind the desk. The manager comes up with three managers and it's like, ladies, I have three Hummers, which is, think of like a pantry, like if you don't have a pantry, so you have like a silver rack and like they have a bunch of shelves. So that's what a Hummer is. And it has like a bunch of different clothes, shoes, just miscellaneous stuff on there. And then you have to, distribute it back where it goes in the store. Ladies, I have three Hummers in the back that need to be up front. So y'all can go back there, go get it, bring it up here, sort it amongst yourself, and then y'all take turns and go take it back. I think y'all can do that because it's nobody in line. My thing is, why are you yelling? What is the disposition for? I understand that you're a manager, but sometimes I feel like people in some sort of authority or like management position, they throw around their weight and just be really disrespectful and just outlandish for no type of reason. It was just like, I don't know if you maybe were bullied in school and so now you're super like feeling some type of way like you're this manager of the store. Mind you, she's a white manager and all of the workers here are black, and I'm not saying, whatever, but I don't know if that has something to do with it. I don't know. But so she calls one of the supervisors behind the desk and say, oh, so-and-so, can you go put that back? She was like, oh, I'm doing something. And then tried to like laugh it off. And so my thing is, why is it that three managers walked up here? Y'all were all at the floor. Why couldn't each of y'all grab a Hummer, bring it to the floor, and then have it sorted? So the manager walks away. Boom, right away. Here comes the supervisor. Oh, Diamond, go ahead and bring all three of those Hummers up front. And then we'll go ahead and sort them and you can take them back one by one. I'm telling you, and the thing is, when I used to be 16 or 17 and I worked in an environment like this, I let people get over on me. I let people do that. I just felt like that's how a job is. Bro, I'm a grown woman. We don't play those games. I'm not doing that anymore. I see what y'all doing. It's not cute. I know that I look young and I probably look like a teenager or whatever. Like, I just need this job so much. That's not what we're doing here. So at this point, I had made up in my mind that I was leaving the job because I told myself, once I start slacking in housework, like I'm not contributing at the house anymore, once I'm, not making YouTube videos, I'm not posting every day, I'm not just pouring into myself, working on my goals, once my life starts to lack because of this job, I have to go. And then on top of that, my weight had plateaued. Like I said, I was just sticking to 177, 175, 176. Granted, it was my food intake as well, but I was pretty much eating the same, but I was dropping because I actually was moving around the store. So I'm like, at this point, I'm not getting what I want out of it. It's taken away from me, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put in my 2 weeks. So I told the lady, I said, I'm not bringing all three of those up here. I said, I'll go back there and I'll start working one back there, but I'm not bringing them up here to sort. She was like, well, it'll probably be easier to sort. I said, it's fine. I'm gonna take it as is. At that point, like, if you want to go back and forth, we can go toe to toe, because I was about that at that point. Like, it's just like, what's up? I'm already leaving. So I'm sure they said whatever trash about me. I don't care. I went back there and I took one of the Hummers. I'm like putting stuff away or whatever. The store manager, the one that was like, ladies, like all extra, comes behind me and said, don't just put stuff anywhere. We have inventory tomorrow. You need to hang this. Don't put too much stuff on the little rack together. You need to put this over here. Mind you, I don't need you to micromanage and tell me this. You didn't see me do anything wrong. I haven't done anything wrong. She said, and yeah, you should take that to the front and sort it. I said, no, it's fine as is. She said, okay. And then goes in the back. And my thing is like, if you ask me to do something, don't tell me how to do it. Like, I already know what I'm doing. And it's like, it was just blowing me at this point. At this point, it's like you kept trying to make a point that you are the manager. I haven't disrespected you at all. I'm really go with the flow. I just do whatever. And so I just was like, okay, I can really see where this is going. I'm working super hard and you're only paying $12, but I asked for something else. I'm working super hard, but I asked you to put me on the floor consistently, but you schedule me as cashier because that's what you want me to do. So I was like, you know what? All right, cool. It's a wrap. So this other manager walks by. I said, hey, do you have a paper and a pen? He said, yeah, I got you. I said, you don't have to do it right at this moment because I know y'all busy getting ready for inventory, but if I can get a paper and pen, like, I'm cool. So he's like, oh no, I'm gonna get it now, because if I don't get it now, I'm gonna forget. So I had the little Hummer or whatever. It was something like flat that was in there. So I just wrote on it, dear this place, this is my formal 2-week notice. Thank you for the opportunity. My last day will be. Told them the last day. Signed my name. Folded it up. So at this point, I'm not trying to make a scene and like, oh, I'm quitting, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm not even into that. Like, a part of me still kind of cares. And I know that with me, I'll stay at a place not because I'm happy, but I feel bad for the company. But it's like, you didn't feel bad enough for me to give me what I asked for. So I kept continuing like to, hold on, getting the lines. I hate that. Thank y'all for bearing with me, because no. But so I went on and I decided that I'm just gonna keep putting stuff away, whatever. When I see the manager, I ask him to put it to the back. So I end up seeing him at some point and I said, hey, is the door open for the manager's office so I can go put this back there? He's like, oh, I'll take it for you. So he took it for me. I sat and I watched him, and I knew, like, he tried slick and he opened it, he read it, which was cool. I don't care. He's a manager too. So come out, and he came out with another manager, not the store manager that was like, ladies, but another one that I like. I like her. I like both of them. She comes around the corner, Diamond! And I was like, girl, I gotta go. She was like, but why? Oh my gosh, what? So I didn't want to tell her, like, y'all just really nasty, evil people, amongst other things, because I still knew I had 2 weeks to be there, and I needed to be the most comfortable situation for me. So I did tell her, I was like, I said, it's physically going into work after working, their job. I get off at 11:30, or, sometimes don't get in the house till like close to midnight. And then I have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and get ready to drive to another job. It was weighing heavy on me. And like, again, I said, everything around me was just lacking. So I'm like, I was telling her this, and I said, I really have to go. Like, I'm really tired. I got bags in my eyes. I don't even wear makeup. Like, I'm not, presenting myself how I want to present myself. It don't always be makeup, but just even doing my hair, just looking decent. Like, I come in there looking raggedy, and my bags is heavy. Especially you got a mask on. Like, you can see, all you can see is bags. You feel me? So I was like, I just really have to take care of myself. She said, maybe you could leave at 10 o'clock. No, I said, no, it's still late, but I do appreciate it. She was like, well, if there's anything we can do, like, just give it some thought, blah, blah, blah. The other manager that read the note was like, you are a big asset. Like, you've changed this culture so much just being here a short period of time. You're a really hard worker. You come in here, you're about your business. And I'm going to say this, you wouldn't have filled out that application if you wasn't about your money. I know you about your money. And so if it's anything, if I got to change your schedule, like, I really don't want to see you go. And I said, I really do appreciate that. I said, but no, it wasn't about the money. I said, I really came here because I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to be active. And I was doing that. I asked to be on the floor, but I got put on a register. I asked for $15, but I got 12. And then, it's just getting off really, really late. Just all of those factors, came into my decision for me to go. And then I didn't tell him, of course, all y'all nasty in here. Not him included, but just majority of the staff and stuff is nasty. So I had to go. So he was like, dang, like, no, I understand. I get it. I guess the countdown begins if it's nothing I could do. And I said, yeah, but I appreciate that, though. So that was the long and short of it. I decided to leave. But I'm going to just tell you this. Don't let anybody get over you, get over on you, get what you deserve. I had another job that I wanted to be promoted in. I had 5 years of experience in that job, and I was told, oh, you have to take these courses, you got to take these classes first. And I'm like, okay, I'll take the course. Oh, it's not until December. We have all these people ahead of you, so you might not even get it till December. All these people ahead of me are new hires. I'm like, they're new hires to the company, but like I came after them in this department. And so for me, I'm like, I've been here longer, so I should have seniority, but you're giving it to people who don't even want it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and apply to a job somewhere else in another department so that I can get where I want to go and move up, and then I'll come back after. So I'm sure they called me on my bluff like I wasn't going to do it. I sure did, because I got to be an advocate for myself. I wouldn't apply for another job. In the same day of the interview, the department that I was in originally called me to the office to tell me they promoted me. Now, if I didn't go, and I have the top numbers in the department, so it's really hard. You don't want to see a person go when you know that they're a real asset. Then that's when you start scrambling, trying to figure out what can you do to keep this person, but you weren't doing that before. So I did go back and tell the people that I interviewed with. They decided to give me what it is that I asked for. I appreciate the opportunity. If something does come up again, I'll be happy to work with you all in the future. I don't know if you want to choose me per se, but I didn't want to wait until you made your decision and then tell you, oh, sorry, I can't, if you did decide to do me. So they, respected it or whatever. And then I was able to move up in a position. And then I actually got two or three raises or promotions within like the course of a couple of months. So I'm really grateful for that happen. But I'm saying you got to be an advocate for yourself. You got to get what you want. And if people ain't going to give it to you, go find an opportunity that's going to suit you. I remember when I was lived in my first apartment, my electric and cable bill was high. My phone bill was high, like just higher than what I wanted to pay. So I called up, cable bill, phone bill, place or whatever, threatening to leave another company. What did they do? Give me 30% off. Give me 20% off. And it's like, because no is not the first answer. Like, what you can get what you want. You got to learn how to negotiate. You got to come to the table. People don't want to lose valuable customers that always pay on time, that, they don't want to lose good employees that meet their quotas, meet their numbers, exceed them, really good assets. So just, again, make sure you advocate for yourself. You don't settle for less. You get what it is that you want. And so I need y'all to stay tuned for these horror stories, because this little bit of these little cattiness is nothing compared to what I have to tell you. So y'all stay tuned. I appreciate you watching, and you have a great day.